everyone, welcome to the second phase of the Summer Festival. Pretty exciting having Noctis as an introduction to Final Fantasy Record Keeper finally, but is this OSB any good? Well, the thing is, it kind of comes back in the next FF15 event anyway, so if you're chasing this one, I highly advise you not to if you don't really care about the other relics anyway. Okay, let's get to it anyway. Premium Heart, which is a pretty insane USB for Tifa. Not because of the attacks, but temporary grants haste, a barrier that reflects damage, and major region to all allies. Not just her, all allies. For a monk, dealing attacks is good enough, man, but then we get these huge buffs, which is awesome. I just wanted to see the multiplier on this. So it's 70% each hit, so 700 altogether. Wow, that is pretty insane. Having Haste Starga, even though it does rely on mind, but I believe she has a decent amount of mind as well, so having that, God! I love this USB. I really do. Insane if you love Tifa as well. Definitely top tier USB, because being able to spam that shit as well, God, that's cool. That is really cool. Then we have Aiko's USB. We all know this is pretty insane. I do use this pretty often actually as a roaming warrior. I keep forgetting there's no Shelga in this as well. I know, like, one of you guys mentioned it. I keep saying this has Shelga in it. It doesn't have Shelga, but it does have an instantly restore HP ability. Also grant them last stand and haste. Unfortunately, like I said, you don't really use this as a starting ability or starting soul break. You have to kind of wait it out and then use it. So it kind of gets a little bit tricky with a Haste Starga. That's the only downside about this, but when you're in trouble, use this. You back up to full HP. We have the last stand as well, which is awesome. Sword of the Father. So this is Noctis' introduction to the game. Pretty weird overstrike soul break. Yeah. Because it has the stone skin, but the stone skin only... When I say stone skin, I know one of you guys got a little bit iffy about what stone skin is. Stone skin was the ability to negate damage, not such as Sentinel's Grimoire, but being able to just resist damage for a set, well, not a set period of time, but set damage. So this one is somewhat of a Thunder God Sid type ability, where it does increase or reduce delay of actions, but also increases attack. The thing is, when the monster actually deals damage to Noctis himself and takes off that stone skin, then you're left with pretty much nothing but damage. So the thing is, it's kind of weird, but if you're using this Overstrike Soul Break, I highly recommend you to use a knight or something, just to get a lot of that damage spammed at the knight. Unfortunately, with AoE abilities, it can be a little bit tricky though, so at least it gives you that extra ability. But other than that, one thing, it doesn't have an element on it, and another thing as well, you can get really good use of this if the monster or boss is just spamming single target attacks. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword. It's kind of weird because a lot of weapons, a lot of family, I don't know what it's actually called, but you know how you get those family type roll weapons. Those were kind of double-edged swords where when you attack you lose HP. So it's kind of interesting as well. I do think it's a fairly good overstrike if you get the use out of it. If it's just damage, then it becomes a little bit meh. Then we have Ragnarok. We just have physical wind damage here, so of course it's good paired with his BSB as well. Nothing really more to say about that though. Then we have Maria's BSB. I've seen it do so much damage, absolutely insane, 3 to 6 depending on magic. And then we have Sunfire, lower user defense, but raise magic a moderate amount. Seen this do so much damage, it's absolutely insane. I still think it's one of the top tier magic BSBs, and definitely worth chasing as well. I shouldn't say worth chasing, but I would be really happy if I got that one. Shura Gloves, so we have another fire BSB as well for a monk. Temporarily raise uses critical hit chance large amounts and haste. Burst mode to the user. Also have the End Fire, which can't hurt at all. Really, really nice. 4 ranged physical fire and non-elemental attacks to one target. Critical hits deal additional damage. That's pretty awesome as well, because a lot of monks do a lot of damage just because of their critical hit chance, such as Zell. Zell is the first one I kind of think of. And then we have Fires of Carnage, 2 to all targets, temporarily lower the user's defense and raise the user's attack a moderate amount, so pretty nice buff as well, because being able to pair that with Shatter is awesome. I do have this one as well, but I rarely use it, to be honest, because I'm not really a fan of... I don't even know what a name, Refia. Okay. Flame Staff. Vivi's BSB. I really wish I had stuff for Vivi, unfortunately I don't. We have the End Fire here, and dealing 4 attacks to all targets, not that much, 4. But then we have the burst abilities, 4 to one target, and then 2 to all targets. Kind of your average mage BSB, really. So it's kind of mid-range to low range for BSBs. We have Over Soul. Unfortunately, this is only Earth attacks, so I've seen this do null damage, so better be careful about that. We have the End Earth, so it does pair pretty well with her USB as well, which is awesome. Then we have her burst abilities, so we have 2 to all and 4 to 1. This does have non-elemental attacks, which is kind of unfortunate how her initial attack doesn't. But yeah, like I said, mid to low range BSB, but the End Earth does give her kind of mid-range, I guess. Not low, mid-range ability there. Okay, then we have Onion Gauntlets. We all know why this is good. Attack, Magic, and Haste Dagger. Really good with any team you want, mage or physical. That's why I love this. This Swift spell is really, really nice. Having the remove delay. Physical wise, I don't really like Onion Knight because it doesn't do as much damage as magic attacks. I really love Onion Knight in a mage party specifically, just because of this, but like I said, all parties is really, really nice anyway, so it's kind of fine. The thing is, when you bring Onion Knight in your mage party, you would either be using him as a support or a magic. Same with physical, either support or actually just support, really, so it only gives him that ability, but still, like I said, really, really top tier BSB, still one of the best, if not the best BSBs in the game for supports. Sainty, 8 physical attacks to one target, reduced delay of used monk abilities for 5 turns. Pretty insane, 5 turns. But you'll mainly be spamming this mainly because of just damage. Literally just damage. We have the 3 to 6 attacks here as well, so it's kind of like Maria in that sense. And then we have the number of different monk abilities the user has used. I don't know how many you would have to use to get the max amounts here. I don't know for sure. 5? I think it's 5, maybe 5. Yeah, I think it's 5 to get the most amount of attacks. I hope I'm right about that one. If I'm wrong, then let me know. Resets the monk ability count. What's this? The number of attacks depends on the number of different used. Resets the, okay, get it now. Headlong Tackle, 4 physical attacks to one target, temporarily lower the user's defense and raise the user's attack a moderate amount as well. You have to remember this on monk abilities as well, so that's pretty cool. Lowering a defense and raising attack is pretty much common for monks, isn't it? So yeah, pretty nice. Eternal Staff. We just use this for the HP up again, but it's good because it only relies on the character's max HP, so that's really awesome if you're in trouble. Then we have Celeste's Runic. That's pretty much all you'll be using it for. If you have a BSB, then you'll totally disregard this, but on its own, it's really nice. Okay, let's do the 100 gem draw here. I don't really see myself doing more than 1 draw on this one. Let's see what we get. Unfortunate. I did do a draw on the first one last minute, so I couldn't actually get a video up, but God, what I got was so upsetting. Like, I'll show you, but I need to do this again. I need to find my image, which I posted on Discord. It's kind of funny, right? Okay. Where is it? I'm kind of losing my breath here as well. I need some water. I'm working too hard. Okay, here it is. That's what I got. Didn't get Unis! But I got Yuffie's and Kuja's, which is really nice because I have Kuja's BSB, but really sad because I don't really have any... Oh wait, I do I have one of Yuffie's SSBs? I don't think I do. I think I only have a uniques, so that's kind of unfortunate, but Kuja's overstrike's okay. Chris's dress is a dupe. But man, really sad, really sad about getting 2 6 stars, but not Unis. I think this game hates me, man. Literally did this draw at like 8:59, so it was 1 minute before the change. So unfortunately, I didn't do a video on that one. Sorry, guys. Because it was like a split-minute decision where I'm just like, should I? And then I just did it, and then I fucked up. So there we go. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Hope you have a good one. Good luck on your draws if you are drawing for a specific character. Everyone knows that's a bad idea, but if you're drawing for multiple relics, then good luck to you. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out!